Hey yo guys. Hey yo guys. Can you see that in the back? The topic, guys, of this video, guys. Gotta get to a better location. Just gotta move my a little bit, moving up here a bit. Move to a better location. Here we go, guys. The topic, guys. Or should I turn around like that? Nah, it's not that interesting. Should I turn around like that? The topic, guys, of this video is going to be about the real life Matrix. The Matrix. Have you ever seen that movie with I don't know, was it Keanu Reeves or whatever? The Matrix, guys. That's what I want to talk about in this video. What is like the real life version of that? Because there is like, you can draw a parallel to that movie, The Matrix, and to our real life, man. Maybe I should let the sun go on my face a little bit more. I think that looks a lot more attractive. Let me just tilt myself a little bit. What looks a little bit, let me just try and position myself a little bit better with some sunlight shining down on my face so I don't look so shitty and dark, man. The real life. The topic of this video, guys, is going to be about the real life Matrix. The real life Matrix, guys. The topic of this video, guys, is going to be about the real life Matrix. If you the movie The Matrix, you should know what that is. What was that? There was a the black guy. He was called there was a black guy. He was called something like what was his name? Morpheus or something like that. And he gave you like 2 pills. You can take the red pill and become enlightened, or you can take the blue pill and stay ignorant and dumb. He offered you like, there was that black guy. He offered you 2 pills in that movie. The Matrix. You guys should know what I'm talking about. I shouldn't need to give you like much of an introduction on the film about the Matrix. I shouldn't need to give you any type of introduction on that movie. I shouldn't even need to explain any of these types of very quirky like references to that movie, like the red pill. Take the red pill, you'll become awakened. Take the blue pill, you still stay in the fantasy and you'll stay asleep, etc. You know, The Matrix with Keanu Reeves. Was it Keanu Reeves? I'm not too sure. My memory, I don't know the actor's specific names. You know, The Matrix. Those guys that wear these black trench coats. They have the sunglasses on and they fucking go around. Oh, look at that, man. Look at this tree, man. Fucking hell. The Matrix, the real life Matrix, because you can draw, I do believe so, you can draw such a massive parallel between that film, The Matrix, and our real life fucking reality, our real life world. There is like a parallel that you can draw. What is The Matrix? Basically, the plot of that film was that humanity, basically, there was like, we were all like, humanity was like kind of like consumed. Humanity was basically fast asleep. Was it? Yeah. I actually watched The Matrix fucking, I don't know how long ago now. I don't know when I watched that film, man. It was quite a while ago. My memory is so fuzzy on it. Basically, the plot of The Matrix, that film, humanity basically was like all fast asleep. They were like humans. We were all like inside of like fucking weird. We were basically all trapped inside of a computer simulation. In a computer simulation, but the people in the Matrix, the average people in that movie, they thought they were actually in the real world, but they were actually inside of some type of computer simulation. And there was like pods and other people, like human beings. We were like kind of like all like, basically our energy was being stolen from us by some type of weird creature thing. I don't know if it was an extraterrestrial, alien, or whatever it was. Again, I haven't watched. I remember watching The Matrix ages ago, and my memory is so fucking fuzzy on that film. But that movie, you can draw so many important parallels with that film and real world, real life. The Matrix, guys, is fucking insane. It's so insane, the parallels that you can draw with that film, The Matrix, and like all our real world, our real life reality, and etc. Again, what was the plot of The Matrix? Basically, humanity was basically trapped in a computer simulation. Some type of computer simulation. Humanity was trapped. There was no like way to get out of the computer simulation. Humans were being harvested. Human beings were being harvested by some type of creature, alien. I don't know. Again, my memory is so fuzzy on that film, but it is such an important film, guys. The Matrix. basically, yeah, I don't want to keep talking about the plot of that film, but it's like basically humanity, where like it's all like everyone in that movie is like more like trapped in a computer simulation. They're all fast asleep. They're just brainwashed. They think that they're experiencing the real world life, reality, but they're actually in a computer simulation. Everything's just simulated. It's all like cold, and like they're in a computer simulation to some, like in some way. It's not, maybe not necessarily a computer simulation, but it's like something similar to that. I don't know. Again, my memory is very fuzzy. I watched that film a long time ago, but it's such an interesting film. It's such a good way to like look at the world around us and stuff like that. It's such a good fucking it's so good to like watch that movie and just look at the world around us, because you can draw such a massive parallel. Because in that movie, everyone was like trapped in a computer simulation to some extent. They were experiencing an illusion, like their entire world and reality and everything around them was like an illusion. It was like a fantasy. They weren't actually experiencing real life, the real world around us. They were actually trapped in a fucking computer simulation, and they didn't know any better and stuff. And that's so interesting, guys, that they were trapped in a computer simulation and they didn't know any better and all that kind of stuff. They didn't know any better. They were in a fucking computer simulation and they couldn't figure out that it was a computer simulation. It was all fucking fantasy and all that. It was fantasy. It was fucking, they were like fucking experiencing like a fucking delusion. Their world, their entire reality and worldview was just all fucking, it was all made up. It was fucking a computer simulation. They weren't seeing the real world. They weren't seeing the truth, basically. They were seeing everything about their world was a lie. The people in the Matrix in that film, they were all like in a computer simulation. Everything they were seeing was like a fucking, it was all like a fucking, it was basically a fucking, everything was just a fucking lie. It was all delusions and fantasy. They were experiencing fantasy and delusions. They weren't seeing the actual true reality, the real world around us. They were seeing a fucking computer simulation. They were just seeing codes, but they thought it was all real. The Matrix, that film is so interesting. It was released ages ago now. It was so long, it was released a long time ago, but fuck the flies, man. That film came out so long ago now. But you can draw so many important parallels with that film and our real life world. We're all like fucking in a computer simulation to some extent, guys. To some extent, I do believe so. We're all in like a fucking computer simulation. We're all experiencing a fantasy and delusions. We're not fucking seeing things as they are. We're actually just fucking, we're lost in delusions and fantasy. That's what The Matrix kind of is a little bit about, that film. If you watch it, it sort of is about like just being, humanity's pretty much just in a computer simulation, lost in like fantasy and delusions. That the people in that film, The Matrix, they're all like experiencing a fantasy, a delusion. They're not seeing the real world, the reality of their situation, because basically the reality of their situation was that they were actually fucking in like some type of like pods, and they were being like harvested for their like vital bodily resources, and they were used as like an energy, as a fuel supply. It was so fucking weird, The Matrix, that film. I can't really remember all the details off the top of my head, but that film was so interesting though. You definitely, I highly recommend to watch that film. It's so interesting. Obviously you can draw a parallel. That's the reason why the topic of this video, guys, is the real life Matrix, because I do believe that we, in our day-to-day lives, we are experiencing fantasy and delusions, guys. We're not seeing things as they actually are. A lot of us, we're so fucking deluded and ignorant and dumb. A lot of us, we experience like life as like, we don't see things as they actually are. You know what I mean by that? If you look at, again, The Matrix, like, let's just jump back to the film The Matrix. In that movie, the people in that movie, they were in a computer simulation, more or less. I don't know if it was actually a computer simulation or whatever. I haven't watched that film in fucking ages, but if you more or less, that film was about how the people in that film, they were basically not seeing things as they actually are. They were seeing like some type of like facade. Their entire world was like a facade. It was like basically, obviously, a computer simulation. And you can draw a parallel to that in our real life world. A lot of us, we don't see things as they actually are. Isn't that kind of very interesting? What do I mean by that? We don't see things as they actually are. That's so interesting to me. A lot of us, we don't see things as they actually are. We see fucking a facade most of the time, most of the cases. We see a fucking facade. We don't see things as they actually are. That's what The Matrix, if you watch that film, their entire like reality and world was like a facade. It was like a simulation, a computer simulation. They were trapped in a delusion, and they didn't know any better. They were trapped in a delusion, a fantasy, and they couldn't see through it. A lot of them, maybe perhaps some of the main characters figured it out during the end of the film. It was like the Matrix films were kind of so interesting. Was there only one Matrix film? I fucking, again, it's been a long time since I watched the Matrix. I know there had to be a couple more films. I don't know, fucking my memory is so fuzzy on it. But the real life Matrix, guys, just like in that film, a lot of us we're trapped in like a facade, basically. Maybe, I don't know, who knows if we're actually, if everything around us is just a computer simulation. That's actually like some type of like scientific theory, that everything around us might just be a computer simulation. We could just be like, we literally could just be like fucking strapped up to like some type of like I don't know, we literally, everything literally could just be like a computer simulation for us. That is kind of very insane. That actually is like a theory, a scientific theory, that everything around us is just basically a computer simulation. We're not actually real life biological creatures. We're just all in like everything is just like a simulation. Everything you see around you is just like a fucking simulation. It's not actually real in any meaningful way. But the real life Matrix, if you watch the film The Matrix, that movie was about how everything is just a facade. The people in that movie, they were in like a simulation, a computer simulation more or less, and they didn't know any better. They were experiencing like delusions and lies. Everything about their lives was just like a fantasy. It was just all a computer simulation. They didn't know any better. Likewise, in real life, in our world, like the real life Matrix, a lot of us, we live in such a, I do believe that a lot of us, we're suffering from so many different types of like delusions. We experience, we don't see things as they actually are, where we live our lives like we're in like a facade, more or less. We don't see things as they actually are. Do you know what I mean by that? It's so interesting to think about it. We don't see things as they actually are. We see our entire world's more or less like a facade. We don't see things as they actually are. Do you know what I mean by that? Again, The Matrix, the film, the people in that film, they were in like a computer simulation, more or less. And they were like in a computer simulation, but they thought that it was all real. They thought it was all fucking real. But it was a fucking computer simulation. They thought it was fucking reality. They thought they were seeing the truth with a capital T. But it was actually a fucking computer simulation. Likewise, in real life, a lot of us, we're basically deluded to some extent. We don't see things as they actually are. We experience facade, where we don't see things as they actually are. We experience delusions, lies, fantasy. We are trapped in like a facade. Everything about our world is sort of like a facade. What is a facade? Something that's like sort of like fantasy, basically, make believe. We don't see things as they actually are, as they actually would be, without like all the illusions presented in front of us. Without these illusions, because I think we're just always surrounded by fucking illusions. I think we're surrounded by fucking, all of us, we're surrounded by like fucking everything. Like in front of your eyes, there's always gonna be like some type of like illusion, some type of like facade that you have to kind of make your way out of. Even it's kind of so difficult and tricky to think about this, guys. There's always something in front of us that's kind of like tricking us. Like it's almost like we're always being like duped and tricked in so many different types of ways by the world around us. It's so interesting. Your society, your culture and all that kind of is sort of like a facade. It's like an illusion that's in front of you. Your morality, everything about how you see the world, it is like a matrix. You've been kind of conditioned, molded, programmed by your surroundings, and now that has like, oh, is it raining? Fuck it, man. It's fucking raining, is it? I don't know. But just like in that movie The Matrix, you have been like kind of like, we are like not experiencing the world as it actually is. A lot of us, we're living in like a fantasy to some extent. It's kind of funny. What do I mean by that? We're living in a fantasy. What are you getting at? So many of our like beliefs about the world, like, you know, your morality and how we see things in terms of like morality and ethics and politics and all that type of stuff. All of that is just conditioned by our society and our culture. It's not something that's actually real. Like, you look at the grass under my feet, that's actually physical and stuff like that. Morality is not physical, right? Politics isn't physical and stuff. It's like such a conceptual, imaginary thing. But a lot of us, we see politics and like morality and all that as actually physical, real life things like the grass under our feet. That is like sort of like what I'm talking about. It's like a facade, it's like a fantasy, it's like an illusion, a delusion in front of us, and we just see it as being true. It's kind of funny. Everything about our world is like fantasy and facade and delusions. Nearly nearly everything about, especially our modern world, our modern society, is like a facade, fantasy and stuff like that, man. It's like a facade. We don't see things as they actually are. That's so interesting. A lot of us, we always see things through a lens. Actually, I was talking about this in a video I made a couple of months, maybe not months ago, weeks ago, something similar, maybe months ago, I don't know. There's always a lens in front of your eyes. You're always seeing things not as they actually are, but you're seeing like an illusion, a delusion, a fantasy. Again, The Matrix, that movie was so fucking fascinating. The film The Matrix, if you watch that film, basically the plot in a nutshell, that the people in that film, they're in like a computer simulation, but they don't know any better, and they think everything's real. It's actually just all like a facade, it's like fantasy, but they think it's actually real. That's so interesting, guys. They think it's actually real. The people in that movie, The Matrix, they think what they're seeing is actually real, but it's all a facade, it's a fantasy around them. Just like in because the real life Matrix, we're constantly being like pushed by our society and culture, and it's not just by our society and culture. I do believe so, that there's like a pyramid scheme hierarchy, and there's like certain, like the elite, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, they're actually pushing our mentality, our mindset, our emotions and feelings left, right and center. We're being manipulated by things by people that we can't even meet and shake their hands and see them eye to eye. We're literally being programmed and manipulated by so many different types of things, so many people and groups and organizations. And if you don't think so, if you think if this is just like, you think this is like a dumbass conspiracy theory video, I highly encourage you guys to fucking do some research on your own. Look at research about the Freemasons, the Illuminati. Read their books, Albert Pike. Read Morals and Dogma. See how sinister these people are, and they're programming your mind and your mentality and your mindset, and they're pushing you left, right and center, and they're manipulating your psychology, and we're just all being fucking molded and brainwashed by all these people and these organizations and secret societies and cults and groups. And it's like a real life Matrix, because they control the media. Obviously they do. Do you know, guys, that the media, do you know, the media, like, if you carefully pay attention, you always see the one eye of Horus, the eye of Providence, the Freemasons and their symbolic messages. You see their influences in media, and of course you do, because they own all of that shit. They own the movies and all these movies and all that type of shit, the cartoons, the TV shows. It's all owned by these like rich families and these people that have all the money to fund them. They have like all the money. It's all owned by these like rich people, these rich families and all that type of stuff. Obviously, I do think so. It's all owned by these like rich people. These like, it's not just not just like rich families, but also the Illuminati, the Freemasons. They have a tremendous amount of influence in terms of like the movies being produced and the cartoons and the TV shows. If you think I'm lying, just look at there's literally like there's fucking like videos about this on there's fucking videos about it. You can just type in Illuminati symbolic messages in like Disney or movies and cartoons and SpongeBob, etc. There's fucking messages, symbolic messages, man. They put their fucking shit in all the movies and cartoons. It's so in your face, it's so blatant, it's so obvious, but people, a lot of us, we choose to be ignorant. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. When I was like a young little boy, I used to watch SpongeBob, and I saw it in the SpongeBob episodes. I used to fucking see the Freemasonic symbolism, the Illuminati shit, the Freemason shit, the 33 and all that, and the Illuminati Eye of Horus, all of that shit. It's always in the cartoons, the movies. It's not a fucking coincidence, guys. The real life Matrix, we're fucking being pushed left, right and center by the Freemasons and all these other secret societies and organizations and groups. They're manipulating us, and they're fucking changing our mindset and mentality and our beliefs about everything, and they're changing our views about morality and ethics. It's kind of insane. Just like in The Matrix, guys, the people in that film, they didn't know that they were in a computer simulation, guys. They thought that they were experiencing the real world as it actually is, but they were none the wiser to the fact that they were in a computer simulation. And honestly, I do think that's so like related to us as well in our real life world. I think that we are like none the wiser to like being so like controlled and manipulated. We see things in such a weirdly twisted way. Everything about our like mindset and mentality, our beliefs and ethics, all of that, and our political views, it's all been shaped so massively by these like fucking cults, by these like Freemasonics. These are not just them. There's so many different people behind the scenes doing everything, controlling us, manipulating our psychology, fucking twisting everything around. If you don't believe in that, if you don't think so, look at the fucking, just go and type in like the you can like find videos that show you all the Freemasonic symbolism in the fucking kids shows, TV shows. I made a bunch of videos on this as well before, a couple months ago. It's so fucking bizarre to me, guys, that a lot of us, we just choose to stay fucking ignorant and dumb, man. It's so blatant, it's like in your face, it's so fucking insane. The symbolic messages, the Illuminati, they're Freemasons. There's the real life Matrix, guys. Just like in that film, the people in that film, they were in a fucking computer simulation. They were none the wiser to the fact that they were in a fucking computer simulation. They were none the wiser, and they were fucking being manipulated and twisted by whoever was controlling that computer simulation. And I do believe that, like, if you exist in a society, a culture, etc., it's almost like being in a computer simulation. All these like imaginary things like morality, ethics, laws, order, all that is like so conceptual. It's not physical like the grass under my feet. It's so conceptual. We get swayed by things that aren't even physical. It's not kind of interesting. Morality, ethics, politics, all of that is so like conceptual and abstract. We get pushed left by these types of things, pushed left, right and center by these things that are so like conceptual in nature, not even physical. It's so fascinating to me. Fucking hell, guys. Love being in this environment, guys. It's so interesting, guys. The real life Matrix, guys. We're in a fucking Matrix, guys. Just like in that film, the people in that film, they were none the wiser to the fact that they were in a computer simulation. They thought it was fucking real. They thought it was real. Everything around them was like a real life. It was like real life. They didn't know they were in a computer simulation. Likewise, us human beings, we always live our day-to-day lives. We think that, oh, we're so free and independent. We are so like liberated, where we control our own destiny. No, you're being fucking, just like in that movie The Matrix, you're being manipulated by something that you can't even see. And these people that are behind the scenes, they create like this false world, false reality for you that you now exist in, and they exist outside of this reality. Look at the lives of the Freemasons, and not just them, and the rich families, all these like elitist people. They have like a separate world that they live in. I'm not even kidding around. And if you're like a typical person, you're like a fucking slave to some extent. You go and do your 9-to-5 shitty job, and you go back home, and then you eat shitty food, and you fucking eat shitty, you drink shitty sugary drinks, you drink fucking sugar like a retard, you eat all these like bad things that aren't good for you, and you drink shit that isn't good for you and stuff. You get diabetes, and you get forced onto fucking medication, and then you go back to your shitty 9-to-5 job, and these people that are behind the scenes, they get to fucking, like, literally, I'm not even kidding, there's like so much, if you think I'm being like very satirical, there's literally a lot of research and data to suggest that a lot of these people behind the scenes, they fucking rape kids and children. They fuck little boys, man, little girls, they rape them and stuff. And it's so much evidence about this. It's just, I can't talk too much about it. I don't want to mention any names because I don't want this video to get flagged, but and YouTube's fucking YouTube, you know, like YouTube, all the conspiracy theory videos that I used to watch when I was younger, all of them have been wiped off of YouTube. Fucking, what's going on with YouTube, man? YouTube is like a fucking, even YouTube is, the people that, all these like Freemasons, all these like elite people that are behind the scenes, they fucking control YouTube, man. They fucking own YouTube, man. They fucking control YouTube, man. They own YouTube as well. So I can't even fucking, because if I talk about, like, if I mention anything specific in this video, like specific people, this video is gonna get fucking taken down. I'm like, actually, I was actually fucking, I remember a while ago, I was actually trying to upload a video on something like I don't want to mention the name, I don't want to mention the name. I was trying to upload a video on I was trying to upload a video on something similar to that. I don't want to mention it because if I mention it, this video is not going to be able to get uploaded, literally. And it was like a conspiracy theory video. It was about something very about the it was about them, and I was trying to upload a video about it, and I couldn't upload the video. They fucking control fucking YouTube. I'm not even kidding around. You know, these like people that are behind the scenes, the rich families and all that, they fucking control YouTube, man. They fucking control YouTube as well. I'm not even kidding around. All the conspiracy theory videos I used to watch when I was little. That's why you like if I talk about conspiracy theory videos, you think I'm being a fucking retard. The reason why is because the people that control YouTube as well. You know that, guys. All the videos about like the Illuminati and the Freemasons, all the credible videos, they've been taken off. Videos about aliens, UFOs, all the legitimate videos that have all the good research, it's all been wiped off of YouTube, guys. All you're gonna see is like bullshit now. Even they fucking control YouTube. I'm not even kidding around. They own YouTube as well, obviously, so why wouldn't they filter out the information that's against them? They fucking own YouTube, guys. And they fucking, all the people that are behind the scenes, they do all these fucked up things behind our backs, and we're none the wiser, and they're fucking manipulating you, just like in the movie The Matrix. In The Matrix, the people, they were in a fucking computer simulation. They were being, the people in that film, they were being manipulated by some type of otherworldly intelligence, and they were like, their bodies, they're in the real world, they were actually, their bodies were being harvested. They were just none the wiser. It was so fucked up. And just like in our real life world, the real life Matrix, our society is like a fucking, it's almost like that computer simulation in the Matrix. We are like trapped in like this facade. We have to chase money which doesn't even actually have any inherent value, but we're driven towards money which isn't even actually real. It's like literally money is, it's like the only reason you see money as being valuable is because of like conditioning, and you got brainwashed when you were little to think that money is actually valuable. If you were like born into a hunter-gatherer society, you would not think that money is actually valuable. You just see it as being like just like grass, like an inanimate object that doesn't actually have any real value. But it's so fucked up, man. Just like in the movie The Matrix, we're being manipulated, fucking twisted. Our minds are being twisted by people that we can't even fucking see. It's so insane, guys. It's so fucking insane. By people that we can't even fucking see. The Matrix, that film is so fucking genius. It's such a dark, it's almost like a dark parody of our real life world. Because our real life world is just as fucked up as that movie, The Matrix. Is just as fucked up because there's serial killers, man. There's fucking pedophiles. There's fucking rapists, man. They're behind the scenes. They're fucking about. We're not even noticing them. They're fucking not even. I'm not even kidding around. All the fucking research and the fucking studying that I did about this, and I've been looking into this for like fucking years, man. You know, behind the scenes, there's fucking pedophiles and there's fucking rapists and serial killers and all that type of stuff, and they're fucking controlling everything, and we're fucking so dumb and ignorant. Just like in that movie The Matrix, the people in that movie, they didn't know that they were in a computer simulation. They didn't know that they were being fucking manipulated by something that they can't even see. Just like us, we're being manipulated by something that we can't even see, and we're trapped in this like fucked up like society. This society which is like it's just like the computer simulation in The Matrix. We're like in this false world, this false reality. We exist in it, and we're being manipulated and controlled by things that we can't even notice and see with our own eyes, by people, these like very sinister people that are behind the scenes. We can't even see them. We can't even hold their hands and shake their hands and see them eye to eye. They're so far away from us average people. It's so fucked up, and it's quite literally insane that there's people that are like, these people that are controlling our planet. They're so fucking far removed. They control everything. They own fucking YouTube as well, man. You know, like YouTube, when I was like a lot younger, I used to watch these conspiracy theory videos, the UFO alien videos. All of that shit's been wiped off of YouTube. You're not going to see anything credible about like these serial killers, pedophiles that are behind the scenes. You're not going to hear about them on fucking YouTube, because they fucking control and own YouTube. They control and own YouTube, and they take everything off. Anything that doesn't suit their agenda, they take it fucking off YouTube. And so, and you're like a fucking average retard, and you don't notice that. And so when someone starts to talk about conspiracy theory videos, you think they're fucking schizophrenic, because you don't know all the credible good research that actually supports the idea that actually, guys, behind the scenes, man, I hope you guys actually take my opinions a little bit seriously. Guys, behind the scenes, there's fucking there's literally pedophiles and serial killers that are controlling everything behind the scenes. It's so fucked up, man. Oh, fucking hell, I can't even, I'm literally shaking, man, because I was shaking when I was little as well. I used to watch these conspiracy theory videos when I was little, man, and I was shaking, and I'm still shaking right now. That's why I keep making these videos. I want to keep like shedding so much light on this. Just like in that film, The Matrix, guys, the people in that film, they were none the fucking wiser to the fact, guys, that they were in a fucking computer simulation. Just like in that movie, but in real life, maybe perhaps we're not in a computer simulation, but we're trapped in a false reality, and we're being manipulated by something that we can't even see. All the elite people, they own YouTube, they own the film industry, they own the music industry, they own all of these like pop culture influence. They own all of this shit, and they fucking twist your psychology. They manipulate your views on like morality and ethics. These people that are behind the scenes, We're being, just like in the movie The Matrix, in that movie, the people, they didn't know that they were being manipulated by something that they can't even see, that they were in like a computer simulation, a false reality. They were in a fucking false reality, and they were being controlled and manipulated by something that they can't even see with their own eyes, that they can't even shake with their own hands. Just like in that movie, guys, in real life, we're being manipulated by something that we can't even see. We're being manipulated and controlled by forces that are beyond our vision and sight and our physical hands and touch. It's so fucked up when you think about that, guys. When you start to think about that, guys, that we're being manipulated, controlled by things, by like these types of sinister people that we can't even see with our own eyes and shake with our own hands, shake their hands. We're so manipulated. Everything's so twisted. Everything is so fucking twisted. It's so fucked up, guys. And you're just a fucking slave. Just like in the movie The Matrix, guys, we exist in a false reality. Just like in that movie The Matrix. In the movie The Matrix, the people in that movie, they're in a false fucking reality, guys. The people in that movie, they're in like a false reality. They're in a computer simulation, and they're being manipulated. They're being harvested, literally, by something that they can't even see and touch with their own hands. And just like in that movie, in real life, we're in a false reality. Our society is like a false reality. Politics, morality, ethics, money, all that shit isn't physical. It's not like the grass under your feet. It's all so conceptual and imaginary, but we think it's all so real. It's because we've been conditioned and manipulated and brainwashed, and it's these fucking, and we're being manipulated by these fucking people behind the scenes, guys. All these people that are behind the scenes, the fucking serial killers, pedophiles, rapists, extraterrestrial aliens. I made so many videos about the aliens as well. I'm not even kidding around. 100% I agree with the fact that the UFO phenomenon is actually real. I do believe that aliens are actually controlling our planet. I'm not even kidding around, guys. 100% I believe in that. We're so fucking, everything about our world is so dumb and so upside down. We literally exist in a false reality, guys, and the elites, these like people that are behind the scenes, they create your world for you. They manipulate you, they brainwash you, they determine your morality and ethics and how you see the world, because they create them. You know, all the movies, they control the film industry, they control all of the fucking social media thing, they control fucking YouTube. Why do you think on YouTube, if you type in anything about like there was a YouTuber called Mouthy Buddha. His channel got fucking wiped off of YouTube. There was a fucking YouTuber, guys, called Mouthy Buddha, and he was like fucking revealing all the secrets behind these pedophiles that are behind the scenes. And like, I don't want to mention the name because this video is gonna get taken down. There was like so many YouTubers, they get wiped off of YouTube, their channel gets terminated, because these people, they fucking own YouTube as well. They own everything, guys. They fucking own YouTube, man. It's these people that are behind the scenes, and we're none the fucking wiser. It's just like in the Matrix. In the Matrix, the people, they were in a fucking computer simulation, guys. They were in a computer simulation, but they were none the fucking wiser, and they were being manipulated by something that they can't even see with their own eyes. They were being harvested, just like in that film. The people in that film, they were in a false reality, and they were being manipulated by something that they can't even see with their own eyes. They can't even touch with their own hands. Just like in that film, in real life, we're being manipulated by these fucking these people that are behind the scenes, these pedophiles and these serial killers, and they control all the film industry, and they control YouTube. They control fucking everything, man. It's so fucking insane. I get so fucking angry, man, because they control everything, and you're being fucking manipulated by these people. Your morality, your ethics, your views on everything about our world, it all comes from these people that are these literally pedophiles, man. Serial killers, rapists, man. They're in control, and you're a fucking slave. You're in a false reality. We exist in like a fucking false reality. If you're from Europe and America, it's like a false reality, guys. You're so like brainwashed and conditioned, you don't even know it. Everything about your how you see morality, how you experience the world around you, the morality and the ethics and all of that stuff is so twisted, guys. It's so like fucked up. It's all corrupted by these elite, these pedophiles, these serial killers. All the information about them on YouTube has been wiped off. It's all been wiped clean off of YouTube. It's so insane to me, guys. It's actually it's quite funny as well. So sad. Just like in the movie The Matrix, the people in that film, they were in a fucking computer simulation, guys. They were being manipulated by something that they can't even see, by something that was beyond their mere mortal existence. They were being controlled and manipulated, and they were in a false reality, but they thought it was real, and they thought they were free, but they were just slaves. They were being manipulated by something beyond their sight and vision and physical touch. And likewise in real life, we're just like in that film, we're being controlled and manipulated by something that we can't even fucking see, guys. That's so fucking insane. That's so fucking insane, man. Just like in that film. Just like in that film, man. Just like in that film, The Matrix, they exist in a false reality, guys. A false reality. They exist in a false reality, guys. Just like in that film, man. They exist in a false reality. They're in a computer simulation. They think it's all fucking real, but they're being fucking controlled. I swear to God, man, my heart's fucking racing, man. I fucking know. I know 100% for sure. I fucking know, man. That it is the pedophiles, the serial killers. They're actually in control of everything, guys. 100%. I know that for sure. I'm not even kidding around. That is facts, man. There's a YouTuber called Malfi Buddha. His fucking channel got wiped off, man, off of YouTube. All these YouTubers, their channels get terminated. These fucking people, they control YouTube. They take anything that talks about, if you talk about anything like too controversial, too like related to conspiracy theories, you get fucking taken off of YouTube, man. That's why I had to be so careful with my words, because if I say anything specific, this video is going to get taken down off of YouTube. It's so fucking scary, guys. You have to be so careful if you're talking about these things on YouTube, because my channel could get fucking taken down. These people, they own fucking YouTube, man. I'm so fucking angry. They own YouTube, man. So if you talk about anything like to do with conspiracy theories and the fact that there's like pedophiles and serial killers running around behind the scenes, your channel is going to get fucked in the ass by these people anyway. But the real life Matrix, guys, we live in a false reality. We're being controlled and manipulated by all these like pedophile serial killers, the Freemasons, the Illuminati, these people, these organizations, groups, cults, everything, all these types of things behind the scenes. We can't even meet these people. They live in a different type of reality, and they're controlling us, and we're in like this shitty, fucked up, false reality, this fucking shitty world, and they exist in a different world, and they're controlling and manipulating us, and they're fucking making everything so much worse. And it's so funny, actually. It's so fucking funny. Though it's so sad and tragic and twisted, but it's so funny as well, because a lot of us, we just go along with the brainwashing. We just go along with being manipulated and fucking twisted around by these fucking pedos and these serial killers and all that. We're being fucking twisted, man, manipulated, molded by people, and these like groups and these Freemasons and all that fucking shit. They're behind the scenes. They're so far removed from our day-to-day lives. We don't even know that we're being controlled by them. They're fucking twisting our psychology, molding us, manipulating us, just like in The Matrix, guys. In The Matrix, that film, the people in that film were in a computer simulation, a false reality, but they thought it was fucking real. They were none the wiser to the fact that they were in a fucking false reality. They were none the wiser to the fact that they were in a false reality, that they were being controlled, manipulated by things that, and entities and creatures that they can't even be none the wiser to even understand conceptually, even come into contact with and see eye to eye. Just like in that movie, guys, we're in a false reality, and we're being controlled, manipulated, molded, brainwashed by things, creatures, entities that we can't even fucking see with our own eyes. Oh, it's so fucked up, man. The real life Matrix, we're in a false reality, and there's fucking pedophiles, serial killers, aliens, everything behind the scenes, and they're fucking controlling us, and they're molding our psychology. It's so fucking, it's kind of funny a little bit, because the average person is just going to see this, the average person is going to see me talking about this, is going to think I'm being mentally ill and schizophrenic. Guys, there's so much data, there's so much knowledge, there's so much fucking, there's so much information about this, guys. There's so much fucking shit about this that proves the fact that we're being manipulated by these entities and creatures. It's all out there, guys. It's fucking 100%, guys. It's fucking out there, man. The information and knowledge, it's the people that control everything. They bury all the important, vital information and knowledge. They bury everything so deep that if you try doing any research, you're just gonna end up not finding out anything. I'm so glad that I fucking was spending time when I was like younger, just doing all the research for myself, not just taking someone else's word for it. There's all these fucking pedophiles and these fucking people behind the scenes, just like in The Matrix, guys. In The Matrix, in that film, in that movie, the people in that film, in that movie, they were in a fucking false reality, guys. But they were none the wiser to the fact that they were in a false reality, and that they were none the wiser to the fact that they were being manipulated, controlled by something that they can't even see with their own eyes, that they can't even come into physical contact with. Likewise, us human beings, we're being controlled and manipulated by things that we can't even see with our own eyes, by people that we can't even see them eye to eye and shake their own hands. We're being fucking, it's so insane once you start to think about this, guys. I'm not even kidding around. There's so much evidence to support this, that there's like pedophiles, there's like these elite people that are behind the scenes, and they're manipulating everything and controlling everything. And it's like it's so funny though, And we're all trapped in a false reality, a false world, an illusion, a delusion, a facade. We exist in a false world, a false reality. We're being controlled and manipulated by these people that are beyond our sight and vision, people that we can't even come into contact with, touch hand to hand, eye to eye, see them eye to eye. It's so funny, but it's also kind of sad. Look at the surroundings, guys. Look how beautiful this place is, man. Fucking nice, man. I love making videos here. It makes me so like nice. I love making videos, love sharing my enlightenment with you guys. I'm gonna keep pumping out more videos. Always expect more videos from me, because I fucking love doing this, talking to you, sharing my wisdom and knowledge with you guys. The real life Matrix, we are all trapped in a false reality. Just like in the movie The Matrix, we're in a false reality and we're being controlled and manipulated by something that we can't even see and notice with our own eyes and touch with our own hands and see eye to eye. I think that's about it, guys.